It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show with Billy the Kid and Scott Pang.
Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show!
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! What's going on? I'm Scott. And I'm Bill. And this is the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Epi number 137. I had to give him the intense stare because my brain's not working right, and I'm trying to trick it into working. Why is your brain not working? I don't know. It's just really slow. I had a long day yesterday, and I went to the gym. So my brain, my most powerful muscle is tired, and the rest of my muscles are also
That's why you shouldn't work out.
Yeah, you make you tired. All right, we got a lot to get to today. Miley Cyrus is being sued. The dude from Blue's Clues wants to take on John Cena. And I guess it's fair that if I play that right now. Yeah, sure.
His name is John Cena!
I was going to say that the dude from Blue's Clues has a new challenger.
And his name is John Cena!
I'm sorry, I was a little quick on it.
It's fine. Yeah, it's good.
So we got that coming up. Lil Wayne, he threatened his fans, to shoot his fans.
All of them at one show.
All of his fans.
So we'll tell that story in a bit.
We got some American Idol talk and stay wokeness where, we will give our condolences to Stephen Hawking, all that stuff. But, wow, when we were, looking up some stuff on him, all I can say is that
A Wrinkle in Time.
Yes, the wrinkle in time will be exposed here.
It's real.
Okay. So, let's start off here with young Miley Cyrus. Where are me notes? Did you see this yet?
Nope.
No, you haven't?
No, I haven't.
So Miley Cyrus, she needs to stop making money off of We Can't Stop, according to a Jamaican dancehall artist who claims her hit would be nothing without his 1988 classic. The singer from Jamrock goes by
Florgon?
Florgon. And he says that the song borrows heavily from his tune, We Run Tings.
This isn't even a new thing. I mean, maybe it is new, but I have heard this comparison made before. So that makes me think maybe there's some merit to this.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it because that was the time when I feel like Miley was kind of doing the little bit more hip hop stage, right? And when you're doing hip hop, there's a little bit more sampling going on. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Will made it,
went in there and took some tings from Florgon.
Yeah,
Florgon.
That's what I would think would be the issue here. Now. Or could this be one of those cases of where they try to reach out to the artist, try to give him money, but he decided not to take the money? Or maybe the label took the money and he has no idea even about it.
You would hope that they would have documentation if they did reach out to him. If they would have some receipts that they could keep and play back on Snapchat and segmented videos like Kim Kardashian did with Kanye and Taylor Swift. Or maybe that if the label got money, they would step in and be like, they'll step in and be like, hey, we got paid for this. I don't know how that works. So I'm not going to pretend
it's interesting.
Like I do.
I think it's really different on every single situation, depending on your label, depending what you sign in your contract. It all depends, really. But if you blatantly are stealing somebody's stuff, you should definitely have to pay up for it. But I'm also a firm believer that if you take drums from somebody's song and you just take the drum and you mix it up and you change it into your own, I think that should be kind of fair game.
I kind of agree you should be allowed to borrow the ingredients, not the whole thing, and just take it.
Because then it's then this riff is the same as mine. Well, you did the same G, C, E minor chord progression I did.
Yeah.
And it's how many chord progressions and stuff really is there at the end of the day?
There's nothing new under the sun. You know who said that?
Nas.
Freaking Solomon in the Bible. He said that thousands of years ago.
Well, Nas said it probably 15 years ago.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if somebody said it thousands of years ago, there's still everything has been recycled since then.
Do you think Nas got that from Solomon?
Probably.
Was he King Solomon?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That was just a guess.
He was the king
I did not know.
of Israel.
Being educated. Also, did we make the prediction that on Good Fridays when Drake's going to drop his album? Because it's all part of God's plan.
I think we did make that prediction. I don't know if we stated it to the public, but
now I stated
this is the big reveal, March 30th.
All right. Now as we move along, to this big talk about the Blues Clues guy. Remember his name? What was it?
Steve Burns. Big talk about a big man.
So who does Steve Burns want to take on?
All right, he's got a new challenger stepping into the ring.
And his name is John Cena.
Oh, God. Okay.
So, 90s nostalgia is the thing right now. And I guess Steve himself pointed out that millennials are a very nostalgic generation. So all these kids that grew up on Blues Clues in the mid to late 90s now have children themselves. And they are showing their kids Blues Clues. So there's interest in a revival. And Nickelodeon is going to reboot the show. When they made the announcement that they were rebooting the show, John Cena actually came out dressed up as Steve with the striped green shirt and the khaki pants, and said he was auditioning to be the new host. Now, of course, he's a wrestler, and wrestlers do promos. So this was all more or less a joke, but then Steve was like, no, bro, you're infringing on my turf. He wants to be the host of the new Blues Clues because he wants to share that special bond with a new generation of children, and he was like, no, if you want this gig, you got to wrestle me for it. He threw down the challenge to John
WrestleMania?
Cena. That's what some people are like, his road to WrestleMania. Right here.
John Cena has been calling out The Undertaker lately. Monday Night Raw this week is, I want you, Undertaker, blah, blah, blah. What if this upcoming Monday night on Raw, all of a sudden, The Undertaker music hits, that gong hits, right? And then all of a sudden, out comes the Blues Clues, dude.
Yeah.
It would be so iconic.
I don't think The Undertaker is what fate has in store. I think Steve and John Cena is...
God's plan.
There it is.
There it is.
So crisp.
Okay. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see here. I honestly think this is all one big ploy to just get people talking about John Cena and wrestling, because WrestleMania is coming up in just a little bit, and Blues Clues.
They're sharing. Vince McMahon's dipping into the Nick Jr. pot, and Nick Jr.'s dipping into the WWE pot. Although I think Nickelodeon is kind of leaning towards a woman as the host of the new Blues Clues. Because, when you reboot things, you got to switch it up. You got to make it backwards and different. And that's why the reboot of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is going to be about a white kid.
I also heard that The Fresh Prince actually might be a cartoon.
I heard that too. I actually
kind of want him to go that way.
I can't remember what the latest update that I have. Oh, no. I think they trademarked like Fresh Princess or something like that. See what I mean? Like about a girl. I was joking when I said white kid thing. Well,
all right, so I have this thing up so we can see comments. Kyle said, can you really trust anything from a guy who shares the name of a Pokemon? Is that dude that is suing Miley Cyrus? Is that what you're talking about? Is that a Pokemon? Is that what you're... Is that it? Because I honestly
that's probably it.
I don't know Pokemon that well.
That's not the name, but it sounds like it could be a Pokemon name like Florgon.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you and Kyle are kind of brilliant right there. I can't even lie.
Oh, man.
All right, so American Idol came back with a splash. I haven't really been following along too much because, honestly, I do not care at all about it. I am not, just not into it. Especially the beginning stages. I just think they're boring. I'd rather actually see them, perform.
I think the auditions are the most interesting thing. That said, I still don't care enough about it to watch the show. What I will do, and how I do know about this, is I will go to YouTube or see the videos that are shared on Facebook and watch the recaps. I'll watch the little highlight reels. So, this video right now is making the rounds. I think it was from Sunday night's episode where this guy named Trevor comes into audition, and he's so... Yeah, thank you, Dana. He's hot. Luke Bryan refers to him as a dreamboat. Katy Perry says that he's hot, and she's flirting with him. And I don't know if I would call it flirting. She is laying it on
over
thick.
The top.
She is going hard in the paint.
All I know is if it was a guy doing that to a girl, it wouldn't be received the same exact way.
If a girl came in and a guy started talking to her the way Katy Perry started talking to this guy, it would be sexual harassment. You'd be getting Me Too'd and times up, straight up the yin yang. But because it's Katy Perry, you can do that. That's the way. That's kind of the way the rules are written. You can do it to guys, you can't do it to girls. And frankly, my dear, which doesn't really flow too well in this scenario, but what I'm saying is knock it off with the double standards. Make your standard and apply it to everyone across the board. How many times have I said this? And nobody listens. Another thing that I've always said, I'm always right. And nobody listens to me. That doesn't mean I'm never wrong. There is a distinct difference between being always right and never wrong. But I'm always right. And whenever I tell people this, they don't listen. It does not go well. So
someone is on one right now.
I'm glad. Man, I have my couple of sips of coffee now, and I have gotten back upon one because this morning the words were just falling out of my mouth like stale oatmeal, and I couldn't get them to come out in the right direction.
Come back upon one? Is that what you just said?
Yes. Because I've been on one for like the last week.
You're on another
today,
level right
I
now.
was down on like 0. But
what
we're back
one
there.
of the big highlights was the Luke Bryan, actually.
Right, okay.
The whole
I was
thing.
want to say, people are talking about Katy Perry, but the breakout star of this clip is my man, Luke Bryan. Maybe you've heard of him. He's, he's a country singer. Up and coming. Yeah, like he's the sleeper.
He might light it up on the country charts one day in the pop charts.
So at the end of the video, we were watching the video yesterday. I happened to pause it right here on this face, and Scott was like, "Look at that face." So we screen capped it, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this in the comments. I want you to caption this Luke Bryan face because I feel like there's so many things that you can say. Look, he's such an endearing fellow.
Yeah.
He sounds like Kermit the Frog with a Southern accent. He's got an awesome laugh. Here, play that clip of his laugh. This is when Katy Perry said the guy was hot. This is what happened. It's just it's so sincere. Like he's like, "Hey, you're a real dreamboat, my friend."
One of my favorite things was he's like, "You don't want a gator tail to hit you in the neck."
I'm happier than a pine tree in lights.
I honestly
man.
I kind of became a fan of Luke Bryan
yeah.
at that moment there. He's going to be this standout person on the show.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have your Lionel Richie is going to become the Simon. Katy Perry's just going to be there. She's going to be very interchangeable, I think. It'll be very easy to replace her. And I think Luke Bryan is going to become like a staple of the new American Idol, if he chooses to. He could be like the Adam or the Blake of The Voice, but on
I think he could be the Adam and the Blake of
together.
The Voice. I think that's what Luke Bryan is.
He one
for
in the
American
same?
Idol.
Wow,
yes.
man. That's a good guy right there. So, I don't know. We'll have to pay attention to see how long the show even lasts for, because I don't know if the ratings came out about when it went up head-to-head against The Voice.
If it did, I haven't seen it. I have to look that up, and I didn't do that, so maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Lil Wayne threatened to shoot his fans. All of them.
That was a blunt segue right there.
I didn't know how to segue to that
one. Shall I read the quote?
Yes.
So I tell the story. So he's playing a show in Australia, and if you are aware, they I'm not. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that like guns are outlawed in Australia. They're not allowed to have guns. So somebody threw a water bottle on the stage, and Lil Wayne was not happy about that. He stopped the music because of this water bottle, and he goes off on this ring. He goes, "Okay, so let me let you know where I'm from. I think you all know that's the States. We don't throw stuff on stage because all my N-words got pistols, and they don't know where to shoot at.
Wow.
So if you throw something else, I'm going to be more safe, and I'm going to be the bigger person and just leave because I don't want to kill everybody."
Yo.
He said, "I don't want to kill everybody." Somebody threw a water bottle on the stage, and he made out like he was going to shoot the place up. Like,
dude, you got water on me.
Yeah, dude, like that is not a proportionate response. Like, I understand somebody's like, if it gets dangerous, it's still not okay to threaten to shoot everyone in the room. But like, somebody threw a water bottle, dude. Relax. Also, it's not a good look to imply that because you're from America, you're strapped all the time and you're just walking around looking for somebody to shoot.
Gun-toting American.
Yeah, like that's what every other country already thinks about us. And you're in Australia where they don't have guns, acting like we're all walking around looking for somebody to mow down in the street perpetually. So it was stupid.
It's not going to look good for you. Probably not going to be invited back. I wouldn't think anytime soon. I think that's fair to say. Which means that's going to affect your bank because you know your daddy, Birdman, isn't giving you that money that he owes you. So if you're not going to be able to do shows, how are you going to get your money? And this one show that you threaten these people could affect you getting other shows because promoters don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, right.
Or they don't want to put the what is it, Patreons?
The patrons?
Patrons?
The patrons at risk?
Yeah, the patrons at risk, right? So with that being said, you're going to lose out on money probably because of this one instance, and because of that, I have to hit you with the...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Man. You played yourself.
One thing I will say for him is that nobody got up and put a barricade on their shoulders and spun around like a helicopter and whacked other people in the face. Okay.
Oh, man. So, yeah, Kyle says, I bet you won't be invited back down under.
Down under, mate.
And then
5 seconds of summer. Whenever I try to do an Australian accent, I just think, how do the guys in 5 seconds of summer talk? And I pretend to be them.
Are they from Australia,
Yeah,
mate?
they are.
All right, so I guess it is now time to get into our big Stay Woke moment of the day.
Now, this is a groundbreaking, earth-shattering, universe-rending event. Because, and I say this with my hat down over my eyes as a show of respect, Stephen Hawking has passed away at the age of 76. Now, there's a couple facts. Actually, I'd probably take hats off as respect.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To one of the greatest scientific minds of our time. Okay, I'm putting my hat back on because I don't like the way my hair looks. But,
I'm cool with mine.
yeah, yours actually looking pretty slick right now.
Thank you.
That little wave. Okay, so you want to hit him with the facts?
Okay, let me break it down.
Yeah,
here.
break it down.
Is there any comments that we need to read right here before we get into this?
Alan Goss says enlarged medulla. And no more shrimps on the bobby. That one needs to be read out loud in Australia, Mike. Shrimps on the bobby.
I guess Alan also says R.I.P.
R.I.P., yep.
R.I.P. All right, now... All right, so let's get into this. Today we woke up to the news that Stephen Hawking passed away at the age of 76, one of the, greatest minds of all time. People, what is the big stuff he's, done throughout life? He was in Family Guy. He appeared in
Greatest scientific mind. He was on Family Guy. That was a Big Bang Theory. He actually he was voiced by Seth MacFarlane on Family Guy, but he did play himself on some other on TV shows like The Big Bang Theory and The Simpsons, I believe.
He did stuff like the black hole theories and
he did
all
a lot
that
of sciencey stuff that I won't begin to try to understand.
Yeah, because I don't understand it. I don't comprehend it. Well, anyways, we're like, oh wow. Well, I was like, I heard that also that Stephen Hawking died on Albert Einstein's birthday, which is March 14th.
True. Today, Friday, by the way, 3.14.
Albert Einstein died at the age of 76, right? Stephen Hawking died at the age of 76.
Are you serious?
Okay.
I already knew that, but I'm going to pretend like I didn't. I actually was going to spit my coffee out, but I didn't want to get it all over your MacBook.
Thank you.
So,
and if I had Twilight Zone music, I would be playing it right now.
Here's the question. When was Stephen Hawking born?
He was born on January 8th, 1942.
And what's the significance of that date?
January 8th is the death date of another great mind in time.
Galileo Galilei. Another sciencey dude who was all about heliocentrism, meaning that the planets revolve around the sun and not around Earth. And he was forced to recant by the Wikipedia says the Jesuits. I wanted to say it was the Catholic Church. I think they may be an offshoot thereof, but don't quote me on that because I didn't delve that far into history. But anyway, he was an important scientist, did a lot of work with the stars and physics and all that kind of stuff.
But he died at the age of 77. And you're like,
ooh, combo breaker!
But no, it actually adds up when you sit back and think about it. The reason why he died at 77 is because he was the first great mind. So 76 plus 1 is 77.
Oh.
Keep it woke. Now you're like, wow, well, we just lost the great mind going on right now. We got Elon Musk right now, but he's not no Stephen Hawking. Let's just be honest, right? He's got the money, so he can buy what he wants, right?
So who would be the great scientific mind now? Like, you could say like Neil deGrasse Tyson, but he's more like a cartoon version.
Right.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Do we nominate him, or do we just say Steve from Blue's Clues and put him up in this spot? I don't know where I'm going with this. Sorry, I derailed you.
No, but that's fine. That's fine. It's totally cool here. Let me catch up on stuff. 1942.
Alan's putting in some pi numbers, some pi digits.
All right.
A little piece of the pie.
Wow, he might be a mind reader.
He might be the next one.
Know.
What if Alan?
Wow.
The next great scientific mind.
Alan, I have to hit him with it real quick. It might be all a part of.
God's plan.
That's for you, Alan. All right, now grab your list here.
All right, got my. Oh yeah, I have a copy.
Stephen Hawking was born on January 8th, right? Mm-hmm. And he also died on March 14th. Okay. Now, if you go back and you see what the Galileo and the Albert Einstein, all the birthdays connect, right? They're either born on the death date or died on what it all connects, right? So if we do January 8th, the day Stephen Hawking was born,
and the day Galileo died,
right?
Check.
3 people that are currently alive could become the next great mind.
First of all, I think it's only appropriate to mention the Rocket Man himself, because we're talking about space and physics. Kim Jong-un was born on January 8th.
Wow.
Then, the Dungeon Man himself, R. Kelly.
The Dungeon Man.
Yeah.
The guy trapped in a closet.
And finally, the version of a pop star who was just mentioned earlier in this show, who looks like she has a steamroller taken to her face.
Jesus.
Noah Cyrus. If you didn't put that together, Noah Cyrus looks like Miley Cyrus with a flat face. So, that's her sister.
Keep you woke on that, right? All right, now,
Congratulations.
another 3 people.
You
Oh,
played
wait, I didn't
yourself.
want to hit the congratulations. You played yourself. Whatever, though. That will be good anyways. And then on March 14th, some people that could be Stephen Curry. He's been draining those threes. He might understand physics and time and how things travel through the air better than anybody, the way he can arc that ball and get it to drop in there, you know?
And when you say draining the threes, it's like the 3 scientists who all converge in this timeline.
Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. All right. You got Simone Biles, right?
Gymnastics.
That's right.
She's the gold medalist, gymnastic athlete.
From the last Summer Olympics.
I think that speaks for itself.
But quite possibly, the porn star Sasha Grey was born on March 14th. And if I was a betting man, I wouldn't say it was her.
I don't know. There's a lot of friction in her line of work, and there's a lot of friction in science.
Damn.
So what if she's the next one?
It could all be a part of.
God's plan. God's plan.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that's that right there. Just wanted to break that down to have some fun. Also, what was that one thing you wanted to say about today being Pi Day?
Oh, today's Pi Day. I already mentioned it. The best way to celebrate Pi Day is to go out and get yourself a pie and just slather it all over
and
your
is
body.
it also fitting that he died on Pi Day?
Yeah, because it's science and math.
3.14.
3.1415. So get yourself a pie. It doesn't matter whether it's apple, cherry, or pizza, and just absorb it through your skin. Oh, no!
So when you eat a pie, do you like to start in the middle
donut.
or at the circumference?
I like to, you start at the edge, the circumference, you cut, and then you pull it out, and you start at the middle.
And then is that middle technically the black hole?
Yes. That's what Stephen Hawking was all about, and I think we just tied this all together wonderfully.
R.I.P., my dude. All right, with that being said, we'll be back at it tomorrow for the last episode of the Cubicle Show for the week.
Mm-hmm.
You can catch us on the Jams Facebook page Monday through Thursday at 10:30 Eastern Time.
Because that's the only time zone that matters.
Mate.
1. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We're just gonna... 1. Boy!